It's the morning run. It's the morning run, Uncle Neely. It's the morning run. We appreciate you guys joining us, whether it's afternoon, evening, wherever it is you're checking in from. We got some Buff news, got some NBA news, NFL news, whatever else you want to talk about, get in the chat right now. Join the conversation. It's Uncle Neely, Big Dog Chico, Dukes the Scoop will be joining us soon for the morning run. Let's go, baby. Unc, what's the haps on the crap?
Let me tell you something.
Don't give it no backstory today, Unc. We got to get it to the news.
See, hold on. Whenever it's my fault, I own it. I own somebody in the chat talking about need to get off the toilet. That's that little
Little bucket. Yeah. With a PH.
Chico is the most heavyweight dude I know. Like, come on, let's go. I've been sitting here 30 damn minutes. He been eating a banana. He went check the headline. He got up to go do something.
Boy, I know what the word exaggeration mean now.
You better believe it. Like, Neely gonna amp it up now. He gonna make
Neely gonna amp it up. Call him the amplifier.
Woo!
Like the one of them things you put in your trunk back in the day with the speakers and the 12 in the box that your homeboy made.
I ain't got no room for no groceries.
No groceries. You got tweeters in the back and everything, man. We appreciate y'all checking in.
The trunk just rattling. Hey, if you're checking in, let us know where you're from. Check in on Duke the Scoop channel. Check in on Big Dog Chico. Check in on the pregame network as well. Drop your city, state where you're from. We're finna get into all the breaking news that you can use. Dukes is on the way to join us as well. Big Dog Chico producing it from the Big Island. Chico!
From the Big Island.
three Hall of Famers in the building.
3 Hall of Famers enter the building. For Coach Prime in Colorado, you got Warren Sapp. You have Marshall Faulk joining the fold with Coach Prime and Sapp, should I say. The great Marshall officially joins the staff. Officially we could have broke this news weeks ago, but we wanted to be respectful to Marshall Faulk and such. Tell me, what do you think about this monumental move? How does it make the Buffs better?
Well, actually, we did break it. If people listen, I've been telling them.
Basically, yeah. You're right.
I've been announcing it without announcing it. But like, hey, I had breakfast this morning with Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, this is true.
Marshall Faulk was at practice today. Hey, what were y'all thinking? We had 3 Hall of Famers on staff.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good in the hood. Look, I'm gonna tell you this, man.
How did I have my graphics ready so fast? Because they've been ready. I had to dig down. I was like, I did this weeks ago.
Let me tell you this. You ever been so early to do something that you end up late because you sit down and take your time?
There you go.
I told Chico weeks ago, I said, man, go ahead and get your Marshall Faulk graphic ready. Now he got to dig back to 2 weeks to find the file.
I'm like, damn, I did it so long ago.
Wait, when you find it, see what date it is.
That's crazy. I'm still scrolling on this thing, man. But Marshall Faulk in the run game. Let's talk about that. Let's do a you tell me real quick. You tell me, why will the Buffalo's run game be better this year? And it might come with some more news that we have that just broke.
Man, the run game is going to get better because you've added a Hall of Famer to the room. If you look at what the defensive line did year one, it was one of the better groups, or one of the better units, in Colorado football under Coach Prime. You add in D. Lou, first-round draft pick, and Marshall Sapp, a first-round draft pick. Look how exponentially better it got. Yes. And this is going to be the same thing with this running back room. When you have a Marshall Faulk, a guy with a gold jacket, a guy who did it at the collegiate level, a guy who has done it in the NFL, a guy who has achieved the rank of a gold jacket, that's special fraternity. It's just like Coach Prime and Coach Sapp, did years in media and journalism with NFL Network. So I think you're going to get just a perfect storm of a person who knows what he's looking at, knows what it's supposed to look like, knows how to coach it up in people, and then knows how to talk about it to the masses.
Yes, they spent years together at the NFL Network. Of course, everybody know. So we've heard the intellect and of Marshall Faulk and how smart he is and knowledgeable about the game. Of course, being a college football Hall of Famer, along with a Pro Football Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champ, Faulk becomes the third Pro Football Hall of Famer to join CU's coaching staff, along with Coach Prime and Warren Sapp, as we said before. Inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2011 on his first ballot. He enjoyed a stellar career with the Indianapolis Colts and the St. Louis Rams. If you didn't know, he's joining Coach Prime and the staff as the running backs coach. And you still have Tommy Robinson back there too, right?
Yeah, exactly. So T-Rob, who, if you don't know about T-Rob, you do know who the all-time leading rusher is in the NFL, and that's Emmitt Smith. And T-Rob coached Emmitt Smith at the Cowboys, worked at LSU, Texas A&M as well. And so you have T-Rob in the running back room, and you got Marshall Faulk in the running back room. How does the running back room not get better? Even when this late portal opens up in the spring, you know some guys is like, man, I need to get over there.
Yes, and they're crazy or they're blind, you know. So just like parents, aunties, grandmothers, older siblings were advising recruits to go to Jackson State when Coach Prime first went there, to now go to Colorado because of Coach Prime there, and they know the impact of Coach Prime, being that they've come up with him during his career as such. I think that same type of impact, as you just said, will happen with the running backs room. These parents, these fans of Marshall Faulk who watched him throughout his career are going to now influence their young prospect. Hey, man, you're a running back. You know, you need to go over there with this Hall of Famer. I don't know who that running back coach is. I know who this one is, though, and the head coach, you know? Yeah. So I think that's going to be a big push for them. I think the running game will be much improved. And then you go and you add another piece, not a Hall of Famer, but still a veteran in the NFL, and also a former Colorado Buffalo, and that is Andrew Gurode, who I used to love at the center position for the Dallas Cowboys. He is now brought on to fulfill a role and join that offensive line staff with Coach Prime, Gunnar White, and Big George Hageman. Interior offensive lineman has that coaching background, coached in the XFL since 2019 for the Houston Roughnecks and for the San Antonio Brahmas. And now he's with the Colorado Buffaloes. How important is that to bring on a CU alum and a former Dallas Cowboy also?
Man, it's as Shador would say, it's legendary, you know, because now you get that connectivity from the former players at CU. You get, again, NFL experience. You get professional coaching experience. And Andre Gurode is just a all-around just good guy. You know, gentle giant, humble, has achieved a lot in the NFL and life. But when you see him teach and instruct, whether it is on the XFL, NFL levels, in all his travels, the guy knows what he is looking at, knows what it takes to get it out of folks, and he knows his way around Boulder, the CU boosters, the CU alums, the former players, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You couldn't just ask for a more perfect storm in that offensive line room, and now in the running back room as well, because let me tell you something about offensive linemen. They love to run block. It's easier to go forward than it is to go backwards.
He ain't lying. That is so true. Even Little League football, the kids love to run block. They just want to push somebody against their will, dog. And, you know, that's going to be a major factor. You got Isaiah Gustav, Michael Welch, Dalen Hayden, B. Hood, and a couple other running backs back there that are probably salivating at the mouth right now to see Warren Sapp coming in and Andrew Gurode coming in, because you know that Coach Prime going to put some emphasis on running the football with the possible freshman quarterback, or even with Salter at the quarterback. You know, a mobile quarterback who can move around, throw the ball, but he's going to need that run game to control the clock and to keep that defense off the field a lot more than what we did last season. So I think that's been a concerted effort to improve that run game. I think we've definitely hit a home run with these two hires.
The only thing I got to say is two words, and it ain't suck it. It's, oh, now.
Oh, now to everybody out there in the chat, y'all put a oh now in the chat for Uncle Neely so he can know what time it is. Yes, sir. True. I would say you're not drinking that what did Dukes drink last night? That ginger shot? You ain't doing that, are you?
I would tell you what I'm drinking, but they ain't sponsoring shit, so I ain't gonna mention them.
You ain't lying. So, hey, man, just great moves once again by Coach Prime in Colorado. Exciting news. It's just going to continue to keep building for this season. I think this season overall, as we looked at and we broke down the offensive and defensive newcomers on the past couple of shows, I just think that this team is built top to bottom and constructed a lot better to move forward in the future for a more complete football team to compete for that Big 12 championship with the pieces that we've brought in from high school and the transfer portal.
Yeah, Chico, I've said it time and time again. I'm going to continue to say it all spring and all summer. You know, when I looked at what was leaving this roster and what we had coming in, there was no doubt in my mind that the team got better. Neither. How could you say that? You lost Travis Hunter, you lost Shador, you lost Cameron Silverman Craig, you losing Shiloh, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when you look at the amount of talent coming in, the depth of the talent in each unit, you're no longer depending on one great player to get you by. You have 3 or 4 exceptional players that can get you by. And so what that means is when you get to a point of injury, when you get to a point of fatigue in the game, that you don't have these big drop-offs when you're making substitutions and when you're doing new personnel groupings or a different scheme. You're going out there with greater talent than the other team has in depth-wise at that particular position group. So when you stir all that together, man, the team absolutely has gotten better from a talent perspective. Now it's time to do the work through strength and conditioning, get the bodies in shape, get the minds in shape, and get ready to go into football practice. That second week of March 11th, if I'm not mistaken, is the first day of spring practice. Then it culminates with practice 15 on April 19th for the AKA spring game. Not AKA as an Alpha Kappa Alpha, I mean practice 15, also known as the spring game.
Ski weed up in this thing, ain't it? Ski. Okay. I gotta say this though. I didn't say when we first started the show. It's Friday. Happy Aloha Friday to everybody out there. Put Aloha Friday in the chat also. Give me a shaka or something. But it's time to get right, man. I know it's midday for some people. Getting ready to end your Friday. It's the weekend somewhere. Somebody getting their drink on. And this is the morning run, especially for the West Coast out there. So if you're checking in on the West Coast this morning time, let us know what time it is. Wherever you're checking in from. Get in the chat. Turn this thing up.
It's still morning in the Central Time Zone, too. It ain't noon
Okay.
yet.
So we good to go then. I love that shirt that
you
you have
Aloha
right
Friday. What is Aloha Friday?
Aloha Friday. That means, look at that. Thank goodness. It's just like on the mainland, thank goodness it's Friday. But it's a relaxed time. It's celebrating the weekend. It's Aloha Friday. No work till Monday. Do 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 do. They play that on the radio every day, every Friday. So
Well, we gotta get you
back. Aloha Friday. Say that, what?
We gotta get you back to Silver. I heard you out there in flip flops and eating, and everybody else got forks, and you use your chopsticks. Now you're singing the songs.
No work till Monday. Aloha, brothers. Ever Beach, Edward Smith out here. 1057 in Colorado. So I live in Fresno, Cali. Yes, found the show, Demetrius. We appreciate you, Demetrius. Hugh up in this thing. Mo City, Texas, right outside of Houston.
Yeah,
the home of Travis Scott. All right. Anthony Caldwell. Oh, now it's beer. What is that? Beer 30? What is that? That's something I don't know about right there.
That's the time. It's beer 30. So
it's beer 30.
What time is it? It's beer 58 right now.
Yeah, it's time for beer no matter where we are. We have a cultured Negro. What did I think you coined the term a couple shows ago, Polynegro in or something you said. Somebody said Polynegro in instead of Polynesian.
You left the mainland as a Negro. You went out to the Polynesia, you a Polynegro in now.
Polynegro in. I'm gonna get me a shirt that says
He got a pig in the ground right now with some banana wrapped in banana leaves.
Oh my gosh. I've seen it done before. News, NBA news. What's cracking in the NBA besides LeBron James still dominating at 40 years old, right? I think he just scored 40 points.
The dude, man, 42 points, like 17 boards, 8 assists at 40 years old against Golden State. Like, I mean, this. Here's what I think is happening with LeBron at this point, man, and maybe it's even been a couple of years now. We have gotten so used to it that we're not appreciating what we're seeing like we should be. Every time this guy scores, he adds to the all-time leading score. You know, every time he does something, it only extends his gap as far as these records go. And to have a guy out there 40 years old, you've had guys play at 39, 40 before, but they were averaging 1.8 a game, and they were just in some kind of farewell tour. For this guy to be 40 years old, still dropping 40-plus points, still getting triple-doubles, you've never seen anything like this in basketball in the entire history of the NBA. I don't care if they were shooting in a peach basket. You ain't have no 40-year-old out there dropping 40 on another first ballot Hall of Famers team. Like he wasn't playing at the Y, dropping 40 on Chico. Like he was playing Golden State and dropped 42 on them.
Like most 40-year-olds would be doing right now, playing at the Y or sitting down, not playing anywhere, playing on PlayStation. That's the only playing they're doing right now. But Michael Jordan, comparing 40-year-old Michael Jordan to 40-year-old LeBron James gives us definitely an interesting look at longevity, impact, and their playing style as our main man, our basketball insider and recruiting insider and everything insider, because he has the scoop. And that is our main man, Philip Dukes, in the building. Oh, now Dukes.
Yo.
Georgetown.
Yo.
Warrior Destroyer.
John Thompson special.
Yeah.
Bulldogging like Georgetown Hoyas.
Y'all go check it out. I think the title of it, I Came from the Shadows. John Thompson, coach, legendary coach. Rest in peace to him also. But the Hall of Fame career he had, man. When I seen that dog on that hat, I knew that was G-Town, baby. Georgetown used to produce some centers and some guards out this world.
Man, look, my favorite Georgetown team was AI and Victor Page in the backcourt. Man, come on, bro. Was that, I think, Othello Harrington and
Othello.
One more. Who was the other? It was another guy. But them three, 96. I couldn't. Best year of college basketball in history, in my opinion. That I saw.
One of Coach Thompson's best quotes when they were hyping up Sherman Douglas, they used to call him General Sherman. John Thompson said, "If Sherman is general, AI is commander in chief." Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Everybody wanted that Georgetown Hoyas gear, man, whether it was a starter's jacket or hat or something. Everybody wanted that Bulldog. Shout out to Outkast, too, for saying that. Bulldogging niggas like the Georgetown Hoyas.
Something we need to discuss one day, and hell, we might do it today. Who knows?
Yes, sir.
We need to discuss some of the most historic and dynamic rule changes and what caused them. Like, give props to the people that call them. Like, example, you talk about Georgetown. Georgetown was the team that changed the NCAA rule where your undershirt couldn't be a different color from your jersey. Because remember, they used to come out with the jerseys with the white T-shirts underneath with the sleeves.
Right.
Or the great jersey with the blue underneath.
Yeah. Then the NCAA said, no, it got to be the same color because it got to blend, blah, blah, blah. You know, it was the Negro rule.
They said that no, because
same thing in the NBA. You know, when Allen Iverson, they changed the way you had to dress pregame. Because it's been a lot of brothers out there change the game, man. Make them change the rules on them.
Shaq with the hack of Shaq 3 second. What is 3 second defensive lane violation?
Right.
Big Diesel, all those things, man. Zone defenses in the league. They did all that stuff to try to stop Diesel.
Dukes has heard me say this. You too, Chico. I think at the end of the day, is going to be probably the end of this season. You're going to see some Coach Prime rules get changed in NCAA. Yeah. Because everybody can't have Lil Wayne bring their team out. They're going to make a rule. Celebrities can't be in locker rooms because there's unfair recruitment. Watch they come up with some Prime rules because everybody can't do it.
The unlimited official visits was a Prime rule.
Yep.
Yes.
That was a prime rule because
Yeah.
this the truth. At the end of the year, I had a defensive coordinator tell me from the SEC say, man, Prime was right because he saved all his visits. So he had more visits, official visits during transfer portal time than anybody else because everybody else burnt all their OVs. So, like, you only had a certain number. So at the beginning of the last season, you got a certain number of OVs that you can have, official visits that you can have on campus. Okay, cool. But that's your number for the year. Now, kids could go to as many schools as they wanted to. So you just couldn't host, so the kids say, hey, I want to go. But the colleges had to be saying, maybe, no, maybe, yeah. And Prime wasn't tripping because Colorado knew that transfer portal time, we're going to be able to bring whoever we want. Man, about 2 weeks, maybe a month before the portal, they came out and they was like, official, unlimited official visits. And I was like, damn. They really, now, they literally waited until the end where Colorado had already, saved their visits.
Yeah.
Now they saved them all, and everybody else is spending all their money. It's almost like our parents telling us the budget. They gave all three of us $20, and then we got a budget right. And so I saved my money, and both of y'all spend all yours. And so when it's come time for us to go show what we did, they say, you know what? Here go $20 more. Don't even worry.
Here go 20 more. Yeah, right.
What happened to my good work? Right.
So, right.
No, that definitely was a prime rule for sure.
That's because other coaches probably went back and complained, hey, he still got $20. They said we were supposed to spend our $20.
No,
all right,
sure.
Well, here you go. Here you go for come back crying. Yeah. At the end of the day, man, when you're a trendsetter, like you over there taking those ginger shots on air, you're going to have people trying to do it, or you're trying to ban it.
Well, that's a yurt.
A yurt?
That's a yurt.
What's a yurt? I don't know about a yurt.
No, that's not okay. That's a yurt is slang for change the Y with a P. We ain't gonna say it on
here. You don't want none of those, dog.
Perk dog. Kendrick Perkins.
Hey, real quick, I was gonna go to Michael Jordan once again, but we got to go back since you said Kendrick Perkins out of Beaumont, Texas. If we got anybody near Beaumont, Texas in the building, y'all put it in the chat right now. But did y'all hear the quote that Kendrick Perkins said on First Take? He said, hell, when I played at KFC, not KFC, OKC, I'm getting like Uncle Neely, KFC. When I played at OKC, it wasn't Kevin Durant who led the team. It wasn't Russ. It wasn't any of them other guys. It was me. I led that squad. That's what Big Perk said. And Kevin Durant responded and said, man, you must be crazy. I've never heard so much craziness in my life, is what he responded back with on Twitter. What do y'all think about Big Perk saying he was a leader? Now, he did win the championship in Boston.
You want me to make it make sense?
He was a leader. Make it make sense, huh?
You want me to make it make sense? I'm going to make it make sense, even though I think he capping. Let me make it make sense. There's no doubt in my mind when I watched that OKC team, because I used to drive up to Memphis, season ticket holder up there in those days, and I watched those Grizzlies Thunder battles. There's no doubt in my mind that the leaders of that team was Serge Ibaka and Perkins. No doubt in my mind.
Serge and Perk.
Durant wasn't going to get nobody face on his own team. Durant wasn't going to get nobody face on the opposite team. Russ was cooking, just doing his thing. He'll squabble a little bit, but when it came time to get in somebody's chest that was your teammate or getting somebody's chest that was the opponent, it was
me. It was me. That's what I did.
Now, so if that's how you are defining leadership, Perk, I totally agree with him. If you're defining leadership as in, who's going to give a rah-rah speech, who's going to score the most points, who's going to be at practice early, practice late, hell no, it wasn't him.
Yeah, I mean, the only funny part about it is in that same tweet thread where Kevin Durant responded in that thread, the first thing they do is show Kendrick Perkins lowlights. Like, I don't know if you ever seen Kendrick Perkins lowlights. Man, they horrible, bro. It's so funny.
Everybody got low lights.
It looked like Shaq and a fool. And so, and really, man, I think that, like, to Uncle Neely's point, like, sometimes the guy who's the guy when it comes to being the most talented isn't going to be the most vocal, or he's not the guy who's going to be able to get people together when things go bad. And I think that's probably something, especially like when there needs to be an enforcer. So I would say they definitely, I do feel like Kendrick Perkins was maybe the emotional leader, like to get people like riled up, or when there needs to be a hard foul or to take that charge, probably so. And I think KD is looking at it from a perspective of, right, wasn't nobody following you. You wasn't like that. But at the end of the day, when you go back and look at it, you can probably see evidence of both sides. Hello, what's Serge Ibaka got on his head too?
Serge started laughing. No.
Yeah, because like that's the first time I said. Now, having watched him play in person and watched him play on TV, I'm gonna say it was Serge over Perkins.
Yeah, I go.
Man, you didn't want no Ibaka smoke back then, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know that you probably didn't want no big Perk smoke either. Now
I'm not talking about the opponents. I'm talking about your teammates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You probably didn't want no big Perk smoke either. Now Serge too, but like you said, I think both of them might have been the veteran leaders.
I feel like in his mind, like really, like Perk probably was like the leader, and he probably would get up there and say stuff. Because you got to think about it. Sometimes he believed everything he say. I 1000% don't think Kendrick Perkins be capping.
No,
even some of the craziest stuff that he says, he believes. So I can see him going to the locker room, having a speech, and him being so big and forceful. They probably be like, pause. Him being the way he is, they probably be like, all right, Perk. And then they had their own little meeting on the side. Like, look, this is really what we're going to do.
Amen, Dukes. I told us what happened. And I told I see him leaving that team meeting, believing he's the leader. Not knowing he the meeting after he left.
Yeah.
They probably had a meeting like, man, we ain't understand nothing that dude said. We just let him get up here and talk.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just let them, you know what I mean? Like, all right, look, ain't nobody.
You do have those guys on the team sometimes that feel like they're the leader or want to be the leader, but everybody else is like, we would rather follow him, but we appreciate what you bring. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to step on your toes in them, but go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
Boston was Paul Pierce's team.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett was the leader.
Oh, yeah. Once he came over there, he was the hardest.
Ray Allen didn't care enough to lead. Paul was going to lead on the floor. But when you're talking about emotional, getting in your face, challenging at practice, making sure everybody where they're supposed to be, no excuses, man, that was the ticket.
Right.
And I can see like a Perk doing that on the team bus, leaving the hotel, and he thinking he the chairman of the board, because he the one stood up and said something.
Right.
But I think he was trying to step into that role based off of, seeing his experience in Boston, and it's just funny how it came out. I think he probably tweeted it wrong. Instead of saying he was the one leader, he probably said myself. He probably should have said myself and a couple other veterans were the ones leading that team.
Or said more of a leader than the leading scorer was, and Durant wouldn't have been able to say nothing to that.
Yeah. But he can say dog.
They say no.
Nobody following you, dog. That's the most ridiculous thing I've seen. That's funny.
And one thing we got to discuss when you look at that, they opened up this conversation, not us, so we ain't throwing no shade on nobody. But it's much like Dukes and his coaches. Not Dukes. Chico and his coaches. Dukes. The only common denominator is Chico. And so when you look at what happened in OKC, you look at what's happening in Brooklyn, you look at what's happening in Phoenix, the only person that's been all them places at the same time is KD. At some point, you got to sit back and go like, is this dude the first ballot Hall of Famer? Yes. Is he one of the greatest to ever do it at his position? Yes.
Oh, appreciate
it. That dude got a little cancer too now. He got some baggage.
Did Oak just call me KD?
He called something like
your problems. Like
Jimmy Butler the same way.
When you have a baseball coach that don't know the football coach, that don't know Lil Faith, and you've got the same experience in all three of them, but you're the only one in all three places, it's you.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, now.
Oh, now. That's tough. But
So
hold on. Let me see.
These issues, it's KD.
It's KD.
Yeah.
Well, he did win championships in Golden State. So who's the
Oh,
problem then?
There's no doubt he's talented. One of the greatest ever. One of the greatest ever.
Just got to be in the right situation.
Yeah, no, one of the great. No, it don't matter what the situation is. He's gonna come out. He's sensitive. His feelings on his sleeves. And we live in this world of, hell, even we have this platform. We have this world where people get to discuss you, and he don't like that kind of stuff. And it impacts.
Well, KD, we gonna discuss your it's over here, dog. We talking about you, dog. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about.
KD, one of them guys, he's not gonna be a company guy. Okay, how you slice it, and that's okay sometimes. Like you know what you get. Like I said, I would rather deal with a guy and I know what come with it. Like as far as being on the team, like when you trade for Jimmy Butler, you know what comes with that. Now we forgetting he got his way up out of Minnesota too.
Yeah,
like that wasn't the first time he forced his way up out of Minnesota. So go ahead, Chico, you muted a bit up.
And then he also forced himself out of what was the last team he was with before Minnesota? It was Chicago, Minnesota, and then Philadelphia. Philadelphia too.
Yeah, so
who's the problem?
Yeah, after a while,
the organizations. Not me, the organization. So I'm trying to come here and do right.
The Golden State knows that, and they still when they got Jimmy Butler, and they knew that, and they still was going. They were going after KD again.
Right.
So Golden State is like, look, sometimes, perfect example, when Randy Moss went to the Patriots, sometimes you got to understand what you got in your locker room and what you can withstand and what you can't. So nobody else would touch. Man, they got Randy Moss, who had one of the greatest wide receiver seasons ever for a 4th round pick. And nobody would take it.
Before that, though, previously, he was in the Raiders, though. And he didn't flourish as much with the Raiders. So I think they thought that he was on a decline. That's why they traded him for that 4th round pick. Goes with Tom Brady. And boom, that shows you right there. It's about the environment, I think. But it's also about the mindset of the player. Randy could have went in there with the immature mindset. But I think he was that experience with the Raiders and then just natural growth and maturing was the perfect storm for him to go with Tom Brady and the Patriots at the time, I think.
Yeah, he was when he was with the Raiders, he was far from done. He was
right. It's the quarterback too.
Yeah, and Moss was just straight up tripping. Like he was tripping. Like it's almost like when you understand, like when you a head, when people paint you out to be a head case, it don't matter what you do on the field. Like Antonio Brown left the game in his prime because he was a head case. Like, that's all it is. Like right now, Antonio Brown could probably go get 1,200 yards in the NFL today.
Absolutely. I think he can still play. Yes.
Absolutely.
But did he mature at the rate that Randy Moss did? That's the question. I don't think he did, and that's why he's sitting at home right now. No. Man, forfeited so much money with the Raiders.
When you talk about the responsibility of the player, you look at Moss. You look at Moss with the Raiders, and then how he regrew up when he got with the Patriots organization. But conversely, you look at people forget when Ocho Cinco went to the Patriots, and you didn't hear nothing because he didn't conform. He went there and said, "Okay, what plays y'all got for me?" And Belichick get open. And if Tom see you, he'll throw the ball. Like that ain't the way we do it here. Welcome working for his, everybody working for theirs. We ain't setting on the side for somebody just because they name. And by the way, your name is gonna be Chad Johnson here. Like you ain't gonna be, we ain't gonna be calling you. And so it didn't as much gas as Chad Ocho Cinco still had in the tank. It didn't work in that environment.
Yeah. And that's a perfect example. I think, environments, not just the common denominator. You got to get with the right environment. You know what I'm saying? And Antonio Brown didn't. Chad Ochocinco didn't. Even when he went to Miami, it didn't work. I think if he would have went to somewhere, let's just say the Falcons or something, it probably could have worked out perfectly for Ocho. And, he probably could have had a Hall of Fame career, at the end of his career. So I got a question that came through on the chat, though, I want to get to you. I think you'll answer it perfectly, though. And it said, when is the news? I'm trying to find this. I got to scroll up some. But when is the news going to be official about Marshall Faulk?
Break it down. It's already official. We've posted it. The school has posted it. It is now public knowledge that Marshall Faulk is joining the staff of Coach Prime Deion Sanders in Colorado, bringing a grand total to 3 Hall of Famers, 3 gold jackets. You don't even have another team in college with 1 gold jacket coaching. Coach Prime was the first to do it. Then he added Warren Sapp. That's 2 gold jackets. Now he's got 3 gold jackets in the building. So it is official that Coach Marshall Faulk will be joining the team. I remember December of last year, January of last year, even February of last year, when the rumors were out there about Warren Sapp coming, and everybody was bitching and moaning, saying it wasn't going to happen because it didn't happen, and he came in March. And it was the same thing with Faulk. Faulk came to a couple practices, been to some team meetings, and everybody's, oh, man, rumor this, rumor that. Like, people don't be factoring in these folks have personal lives and things they have to wrap up, before they can just move across the country and take on a responsibility like this. They have things that they have to negotiate out of and negotiate into, and it's a process that takes even some degree of privacy to handle. So whereas the 3 of us, have known about this for some time, it is certainly right now public knowledge that Marshall Faulk will be coaching the running back room, Colorado Buffaloes. And as Chico said, please, y'all, don't sleep on Tommy Robinson. T-Rob coached Emmitt Smith at the Cowboys, developed Texas A&M and LSU's running game, extensive 30-year coaching career in the blue bloods, the power fives, if you will, of previous generation and in the NFL. So you got 2 guys in that room who know what the hell they're doing. So I'm looking for this running back room, this running game to be much improved. I keep on seeing people say that Eddie George got a gold jacket, but when you look at the chronological order of things, you might want to go research it. Might want to go research it.
I will say this, though. Speaking of the Colorado Buffs coaching styles and his additions, we are extending one coach, and that is the defensive coordinator. Reports say that Rob Livingston has signed a 2-year extension with the Colorado Buffaloes, and he's getting a raise. What do you think about Coach Rob Livingston signing that extension?
Man, it's well-deserved, and I tell you this, everybody needs to give Coach Rob a pat on the back when they see him and a thumbs up in a oh now, because this brother turned down more money at bigger schools this offseason. He wants to be in Coach Prime's organization. He wants to be the defensive coordinator on this staff. And he had the opportunity at the end of the season to take some offers that were paying him more than Colorado was currently paying them. And in the world we live in, who could have been mad had he accepted those offers? But he chose to stay in Colorado, and he chose to bet on himself and what this team is going to be defensively. And in a short order, here's an extension and here's a raise. And I don't think it's over. I think when you get done with next season, before these 2 years expire, he'll get another one. But I also think what's going to ultimately happen with Rob Livingston is we're going to be looking for a defensive coordinator because he's going to be a head coach one day, if not an NFL.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree. The University of Colorado Board of Regents met early Friday morning to approve a 2-year, $1.8 million extension for the defensive coordinator, Rob Livingston, who came over from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Leon is in the Leon's saying he want to know in the chat. I'm gonna just tell you this. Where Uncle Luke from?
Well, Leon, what school? I want to know. What was the question? Did I miss that? Let me see.
That is the question. I answered it.
Let me see one master. What school though? What are you talking about? What school? What school?
If you ain't here, I'm done.
Oh, I guess I missed that one. My bad. I missed that one, dog. I was reading something else over here, dog. McKinney, Hood, Hodge, arguably the best 3 cornerbacks corner next season in college football, are his returning starters. I had Stoudemire at safety. That defense is way up, like Fat Joe and Remy Ma.
Yeah, got to take a helicopter. Go all the way up. Let me tell you this, man. I'm so excited that my brother Deuce the Scoop is feeling better, man. He done had a week.
Man.
He was out for a minute, though. He back.
Man, I'm feeling a little bit better, man. I don't know what the hell going on, but hey, I tell you what, I mean, wake up, pray, and keep going. That's it. Hey
man.
Man, you know, drank a little tea. Say I ain't got no haircut in about a week. This ain't like me. But you know, it's all
No,
good.
From the south side, baby. You gotta look nice and smooth.
Nah,
constantly.
Speaking of haircuts, Chico, I guess the
leave me alone.
What brothers get their haircut in Hawaii yet?
I don't know. I gotta find somewhere. That's why I'm like this.
Man, you've been out there 20 years and still ain't found a barber.
Nah, for real though. Shout out to my barber, my guy Mexico Cuts. You feel me? My guy Hector. I got a Mexican barber, dog. He cold-blooded with it too. I just hate going to the barbershop. I had dreadlock 20 plus years, man. I hate sitting in the barber chair.
I seen the pictures.
Yes. I hate sitting in the barber chair. One of the worst things. Now you want to go with some stories. We got some stories out the barbershop now.
Man. What you talking about?
I will say this, and y'all know this experience too. No diddy. I used to hate sitting in the barber chair. That barber come and rub next to you, dog, and you like, oh man, let me just sit like this. I know it ain't just me now. Come on now. Come on, chat. Look at these two ain't gonna say nothing.
What make you want to fold your hands, Chico?
Because his barber intentionally putting his nuts on his arm.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I think that is a very unique experience once again to you. I don't have that problem.
You lie like hell. Big as your shoulders are. You sat in the barber seat. Everybody had this is a national joke.
Shout out to C Nice, and his nuts ain't never been on my shoulder. I think somebody is victimizing you again.
Oh, here we go again, man. I should have left the shovel alone, Lord Jesus. Mama Tia, you hear me? Reef, you hear me out here? Y'all telling me, let me know in the chat, have y'all ever sat in a barber chair and the barber came too close?
You gonna put the shovel down.
Oh, Lord.
This is an intervention. No, bro. We're not doing this today, Chico.
Y'all ain't never heard that joke on Def Comedy Jam? Come on, dog.
Chico.
Look at Leon. Chico got personal space issues or he got a freaky barber. I'm saying freaky barber.
Look at Nina. I'm saying freaky barber. Man, come on now. I know I ain't the only one. If I am, I'm going to shoot some people in Alabama right now for touching me like that.
You need to get your gun because I'm telling you. I just got a cut and I ain't felt C Nice nuts on me nowhere.
Yo, awkward Patrick said. No, fam. Andre said. They got to be a Chico experience. Come on, man. Y'all lie like hell. Ain't nobody going to admit to that Chico. See, that's the thing. Chico admits the thing that most people won't admit to. Dog. Ain't no shame in my game. You feel me?
Chico.
Yeah.
You said it was on your shoulder?
No, dog. It wasn't on my shoulder. People, come on, man. I ain't got to explain.
No, that's what he said. He said with them big old shoulders. You ain't never.
Oh, he said nuts on your shoulders, federal, bro.
Talking about he in the barber chair like this, he wrapped up.
Yeah, man, come on, man. Somebody got to be with me up in this thing. Chico just don't know where to let it go.
He said, "Hey, yo, next topic."
Hey, yo.
Chico to the barber chair getting dunked on.
Nuts on the head.
Hey, man, I ain't finna start this today, man. Chico, put the shovel down. Hey, what's next on? What's next, bro?
That Unk didn't even feel it. Chico was catching back shoulder nut phase. Damn. Come on, man. Not you big as your shoulders. Come on, man. I can't be the only one. Somebody gonna back me up on this one in the chat.
Man. All right, Chico. Come on with it. I'm
Dukes, as you came in, we were comparing Michael Jordan, 40-year-old Michael Jordan to 40-year-old LeBron James.
That was what we were doing. Stop lying.
Yeah, we would rewind the tape, chat. We were talking about that. We were about to talk about 40-year-olds, you know, and Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
They fade the tea bag.
Y'all wrong as hell in the chat, man. LeBron at 40, averaging 25 to 27 points a game, or Michael Jordan at 40, averaging 23 points a game with the Wizards. Who's been more impressive at 40 years old? Who's the more impressive 40-year-old player, dog?
What's the most impressive? Is your 40-year streak of getting sexually harassed?
Hey,
on the barbershop.
Hey,
barbers.
Hey, Chico, Latidrick Lewis. Hey, put that. I feel you, Chico. They lying.
Lewis.
He said he feel you.
Where is that? I saw it. Oh, there it is. I feel you, Chico. They lying. They lying, dog. Y'all lying. Y'all. Every barber. I ain't gonna say every barber, but every person who's had a barber or been in a barber chair I would bet had this experience somehow, dog. I'm telling you, it can't just be the barbers I've seen. Come on, coach. Go ahead, Dukes. Go ahead, finish what you were saying, dog.
He's trying.
Trying to all the haircuts you got in your life, Duke. Come on, man.
No, bro. Nobody ever put their nuts on my shoulder. My hand, bro. I ain't never felt safe.
Bro,
like, I'm just telling you.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just telling you, bro. Like, what not? I mean, I ain't even say
you sit here in the chair, right? You sit here in the chair. You got your arms like this or your elbows like this. And you like, no, this man really? Let me just sit like this.
Go ahead, dog. Go ahead.
Just sit like that.
You don't look. When you feel it, you don't give him like a nudge, like get off me.
Nah, my experience, I just been like, oh hell no, let me just sit like this, dog. What the hell am I nudging for? That's touching them even more.
No, I'm talking about like you're down in the paint. Get off me, dog. You might. You in the barber to a spoon and you rolling over the list so he can get to it.
Now you just feel like damn, maybe he don't know or something. I don't know, but let me just sit like this. You know, you ever been sitting in a car or something, and you have your elbow on the headrest? I mean, on what do you call it, the armrest right here, or at a movie theater, and you got one armrest in between you guys, and now you're trying to kind of jostle for that armrest kind of situation. Well, nah, you don't want to jostle for that. You just want to move your arms inside when you're at the barber chair. Just sit like this.
Chico, what they do to you at the movies?
Man, come on now, dog.
No, I'm serious.
I said if you're at the movies or anywhere where you have an armrest in between you guys.
Yeah.
Somebody sitting here, you sitting there, there's one armrest. Have you never had touch somebody's elbow on the armrest and now y'all who's gonna get the armrest? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm going to be dominant. I'm going to take the armrest. Like in the airplane, Uncle Neely, you've had this experience in the airplane, dog. You sit in an airplane and somebody sit beside you. What do you do if you don't want to touch them?
Chico,
answer the question for me, dog. What do you do if you don't want to touch them?
But this is going to sound like a floss, but it is what it is.
I see the first class.
I fly first class.
God damn, dog. Well, when you didn't fly first class, when you flew commercial, back in the day.
I put the thing up. I don't have it down.
So now it's no barrier in between you guys. So y'all have to touch, right?
No, my hand is across my lap like this. My hand ain't over his lap.
So your hand like this?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I sit in the barber chair.
When he's sitting down, he ain't got his nuts on my shoulder. Like there's no nuts involved in this. You curling up with a man standing, that's invitation. You need to be aggressive. Get off me.
Come on, man.
That's why you by yourself.
Come on, man.
In the chat.
I
call that man a piss. I just said, look, man, when you travel as much as I travel, you got to be comfortable. I'm too big to be wedged up, man. I can't do it.
Start calling Chico Nutty Professor. Damn. Chico. That's messed up, dog. That's messed up.
Man, look.
Luke stared in disbelief.
Right now. Hey, no, because I be here. I be like, Chico, come on this way. Chico like, no, Dukes. No,
Dukes.
First thing first, I be like, nah, come on, Chico, let's get here.
He do be trying to help you, Chico.
Hey, Dukes like the good cousin. He like, nah, come on, dog. We ain't gonna fight. We ain't gonna come on, dog.
When I hear you start the stories, I be throwing you some rope. I'm like, say what now? What happened?
Need to sit back like this.
Man, by the time Chico done told me no, I be like, well, all right, come on. He wants to tell it. All right, cool.
Man.
Hey, Dukes, this is my Chico story face.
Sit back there.
Go right
like, go ahead, dog.
Hey, I'm like, y'all forgive my language, but I'm like Minister Society. You know you fucked up, right? I mean, you said that his nuts was on your arm.
I can't believe, honestly, y'all are capping in the chat. Talk about y'all, all these people that had haircuts acting like that has never happened to y'all. What's going on? 1 out of 3 people? I would have said at least 2 out of 3 people this has happened.
Wayne Morgan said if your barber nuts on your shoulder, you must be laying back, or he's 7'4".
See how y'all be taking stuff that they say? I never said it nuts on my shoulder, dog. Anyways, we talking about news. We supposed to be talking about Colorado football, NBA, NFL. You got the Super Bowl going on. And we talking about barbers with stuff on their shoulders, dog.
Chico, look, all right.
This was supposed to be a quick little segment, quick little story time.
Oh, shit. Chico, look, man, look, you the point. So, you know, we playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like you control the play.
Okay, all right. Well, forget it. I'm going to start being a facilitator there. Forget trying to score points. You feel me?
No. Look, listen. You can.
I'll score points on Uncle Chico.
No, you can score points here. This is what I'm saying. Like when you see it going left, and we like, hey, no, they go trap you over there. It's a trap. No, get out the baseline. Chico be like, nah, I'm gonna dribble my way out of this one.
Let me add to that beautiful analogy, Dukes. Chico, you the point guard of the show. When you pass me the ball, that means shoot it.
Yeah.
So if you giving me the ball at a spot where you want me to shoot, don't give me the damn ball. So when you dribbling and you say, hey, let me tell you about my barber nuts on my arm, you telling me that's what you want to discuss. Well, I'm going to shoot the ball right there. If I'm
this conversation has gone way left. I only brought that up thinking, honestly, I thought that you guys are going to be like, man, you know what? That happened to me too, dog. I had to do this and I had to do that. And these D-Rose left me out there, dog. They left me out there to dry. I just
your shoulder wet. The shoulder got hot. Chico, I help you with your pivot.
Look, I appreciate that, Sabrina. I appreciate it, Sabrina.
I'm just saying.
Tag teaming, you know what I mean? Like the Steiner brothers or something.
We're talking about the format of the All-Star game right now with these 4 teams picked by Scott Kenny. But you went on Nut Lane. Let's take the next exit. There you go.
There's the graphic right there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm going to be like Ernie right now. What's up,
hey, you saw that? Hit that super chat.
The super chat. Yeah, I did see the super chat that came through. I got to click on it right quick. Mama Tia, once again, coming through with the super chat for $100. Easy. Damn. On the pregame show, Unc, congratulations on your hard work. I personally want to say thank you for bringing the best entertainment into our home. FYI, I'm rocking with Unc until the wheels fall off or until he sit in a barber chair in
Well, first of all, thank you, Mama Tia, for that love and support. You've been down with us at day one, and even in this partnership, you stay encouraging. Yes. Mama Tia is the female Coach Prime, like her words of encouragement. Because even Coach Prime saw this. He's like, man, you and Chico, you and Dukes, y'all need to do some stuff together. And then we decided let's all 3 do some stuff together. So Mama Tia saw the vision, Prime saw the vision. Here we are. We're going to get off Nut Lane and get back on this All-Star Super Bowl stuff.
I was about to step back on Nut Lane real quick and be like, I bet you Coach Prime. No, you know what? Nah, he didn't. I don't think it's Barber. I don't think Monk.
Monk is his barber. I'm going to hit up Monk. I'm going to ask Prime. I'm going to ask him separately. I'm going to say, Monk, has Prime ever had to elbow your nuts off his shoulder? And I'm going to ask Prime separately, hey, man, do Monk be getting too close?
Man, come on, man. No, don't say Monk. Say have any barber ever. And I guarantee you. Come on, guys. Come on, guys, in the chat. Anyway, we're going to step away from it right quick, go to basketball. But I know somebody in the chat has experienced this too.
No, they haven't. Stop.
Bully-ish, big man. Let's go to this right here. So I was watching last night NBA on TNT. And, of course, they had the draft with Charles, Kenny, and Shaquille O'Neal. I was crying because Shaq gave everybody middle names like Kevin Wayne Durant, which is actually his name, but Jason Jamal Tatum, Anthony Eduardo Davis, Stephen Michael Curry, or something like that is what Shaq was giving them. But these 3 teams have been picked for the All-Star game, and apparently it will be a 4th from the Rising Stars Challenge, and they will play in a tournament-style All-Star game, I think, to 40 points. Looking at this squad that they've picked, You got the old school squad. You got the Gen Z squad. You got the international squad. Who do you guys think would be the team that wins, that comes out of this tournament victorious? Should I say?
Let me tell you this: if Team Chuck win, it's just the NBA rigging. They're trying to promote more international players. Because when you look at those three columns right there, that is third. That is the third team. Even though they got some folks on it now, you're just missing some particular skill sets. I'm loving what Team Shaq has picked, man. Like, and then Team Kennedy, then Team Chuck. I think it's in the right order right there.
Wow. Dukes, what do you think about this? You on mute, Dukes? Gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think Shaq, I'm gonna go with Team Shaq. I'm just looking at like they can score on all three levels. They got outside shooting, they got slashers, they got guys who create their own shot, and then they got Anthony Davis in the post. And LeBron. They could probably play small ball and LeBron go down to the floor. So yeah, I mean, I would worry about them against Team Chuck in the paint. But Team Chuck gonna have the most physical team, but they don't really have any outside shooting.
Yeah, it's well said, Deuce. Because if you Team Chuck, I'm going with Team Chuck if we playing half court.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you playing full court, even though I know they got some bigs on Team Chuck that can handle the ball, that ain't with the defense being played by the other team. Like, who gonna bring the ball down to set it up?
Right.
Well, look at who you got? Jokic, Giannis, Shai Gilgeous. That's your point guard right now. You got SGA. That's the point guard. You got Jokic as the center. You got Victor Wembanyama. I'll put him at the 4. Giannis at the 3.
I look, Chico, I'm with you, dog. But let's remember the rules of this.
Donovan Mitchell.
It's the first team to 40. When you look at just Steph alone, hell, he can make 10 threes. Damian Lillard, like James Harden. Like,
here's my question with Team Shaq. Will they come to play, being that they're the older squad? Will they come to play? Will the young guys come out there hungrier, being their first couple of all-star games? Will they come out there playing harder than anybody? Or will the European team have more cohesiveness, passing more? You know how they play the European game. Will they be out there moving the ball around a lot more than the other squad? So I think it's pretty interesting. I might pick.
It's interesting, but SGA and Victor gonna have to carry so much weight for Team Chuck. I don't see it, man. Yeah,
you got the MVP Jokic out there.
But Chico, the only thing that's gonna help Team Chuck is that the game is the 40. That way fatigue don't wear them out. But that's what's gonna hurt them because Steph and the other team can score 30 quick shooting threes. If the game is the 40. The game is the 40. When you got a team full of bigs, that means the ball got to get down in the paint for you to score. You got a team full of shooters, and all you're doing is going to 40. Man, give me the shooters.
I have all of their bigs. Here's the difference with the bigs that Chuck has. All of these guys can shoot. Minus probably Giannis. All of these guys can step out to the three-point line and shoot. Pascal, Sengun, Karl Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, that's your 2 guard. Victor can shoot the 3. SGA running point, being the facilitator.
You got athletic bigs. No defense being played by the other team.
Defense or not, the length of this team right here, it might be too much for the other squad. Is what I'm thinking. I like what they have.
They just don't have enough guard play. Like.
Thank you. There it is. Right. Dudes, talk to him. Don't fade to black. You talk to him.
Like the only thing I say is like. I mean, you got Donovan Mitchell and you got SGA. All right, so okay, cool. All right, they gonna sit down at some point in time, and then they gonna have so much pressure on them because you're gonna send waves of guards at them defensively. Like they still got to defend.
I would see y'all saying they have to defend. I think they can defend quite well with the length that they have at the basket. Now you're gonna have to probably try to shoot some threes over them, is what they're saying, but. I'll take my chances in y'all shooting the threes, and we're gonna play at the basket with some big longer guys, and we can shoot the 3-pointer.
Oh my God! Look at the latest super chat, man.
Oh man, here we go.
Look at the
Mama Tia said, "Keep grinding once again." We appreciate that, Mama Tia. I'm gonna hold down.
Shout out, Mama Tia.
Yeah, shout out to Love. We want to rank your favorite barbers based on robes. Well, T-Bone and Selma, I liked him because you can really feel the girth.
Whoa! Oh no!
You've gone too far now, Big Mike.
You don't never blow. Hey, you don't never sound the whistle. Come on.
Called a foul. Holding
up now. Put the graphic
5-yard penalty.
Put the graphic
number 56.
Put the graphic back up.
Replay of the first down. Unbelievable. We talking about basketball.
Hey man.
The chat, man. It's the chat. It's the name. It's the chat. God bless the chat, man.
Hey, Team Kenny has the youngest guy. What do you call it? The Gen X, Gen Z generation. Anthony Edwards, who could be the MVP. Jalen Brunson going to have this thing going steady. Great defense by Jaren Jackson Jr. Jalen Williams is the wild card, young guy. Darius Garland, of course, at the guard position with his teammate Evan Mobley averaging a double-double, plus like 2+ blocks. One of the best defensive players in the league. Then you got Cade Cunningham, the young guy from Detroit. Mr. Do Everything, 6'7" point guard, along with Tyler Hero, who can shoot that thing. So they better watch out for Gen Z Team Kenny squad. I think that Team Shaq, LeBron squad, they should win, but I don't think they're going to take it serious enough.
You know, Chico, I hear you.
But here's
the curveball. I think you're exactly right on none of them taking it serious enough, and it kind of gives the younger guys, Team Kenny, a slight edge in that regard. But here's the curveball. It's just the 40. I think they're all capable of taking this serious enough to get 40 points. Do you know how quickly a team with Steph and Lillard on it can score 40 points?
Man,
this is true.
Like I would get a rebound, just give to one of them. Like, hey man, you work out.
But you know what? Bring it back up, because I think we probably sleeping on that Kenny team.
Sleeping on that Kenny team.
They got a point.
Yep.
They got a great 2 guard.
Yep.
They got multiple threes.
Yep. They got shooters.
You got ball handlers. You don't really have them.
They're missing some rebounding. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Dang.
Evan Mobley is a hell of a rebounder. Jaren Jackson is a hell of a rebounder.
In comparison to the other team.
To the other squad, yeah. I think it's pretty even. Everybody has something that the other team might not have. You know, a lot of 3-point shooting with Team Shaq and dominance. You know, just overall, I like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum on that squad too. They'll be the young guys that can probably lead this team if the older guys don't want to step up and play for real with Brown and Tatum. But can you depend on them? They're Celtics still.
I will tell y'all this to the chat.
Oh man, here we go.
I'm willing to accept that flag and the penalty for roughing the passer, but y'all better damn sure call one on Chico Barber for targeting.
Hey man, y'all crazy.
Because he leaned into that thing. He knew he went here. You can't lead with your head. He led with his head. He knew what he was doing.
All Unc asked me. I put it on myself. I raised my hand for that foul right there. Look, Dukes. I got to raise my hand like Robert Horry used to do back in the day when he fouled somebody with the Lakers. He raised his hand.
Yeah, that's me.
I got to raise. Yeah, that's me. I got to raise my hand on that because all Unc asked me was, could you find a barber out there in Hawaii?
All I asked.
That's all you asked.
You're
right. That's all you asked. I had to
I'm having difficulty in Boulder. I found a couple of good ones. I'm gonna be wrong, but I was like, damn, Chico, you know, culturally your stuff be tight. So William Barber, and then you win.
Hey, I ain't even trying to like joke, but you know how sometimes like you can be around a little kid, you be like, hey, how's your day going? You be like, my mama had 3 people at the house last night.
Yeah,
like,
tell everybody.
Whoa, Dolly. Whoa, wait.
Chico.
Chico, wait. It was like, Chico, you get your haircut. He was like, Chico, when you get your haircut in Hawaii. Chico was like,
hey, dudes. To the story time right now. I used to coach this little flag football league up here at First Baptist Church. And it was like 6, I think my team was 6 to 8 year old. And you know, we huddled up and let's say it's Monday and we play Saturday. So now it's Monday practice. Hey, everybody have a good weekend. Little boy raised his hand. My daddy went to jail yesterday.
story.
It's too much information. That's not what I was reading for.
He would go deep into why his dad was in jail. No, the police came in the house though, Coach. I'm like,
they found all the drugs, Coach.
That's Chico. Dukes, that's perfect. That is perfect.
Hey man, it's all good, Chico. But you know we cousins. It's all good.
It's all good. Appreciate you, big cuz. Appreciate you, cuz. Appreciate your uncle out there. You know what I mean? Hey, get it in. It's all good. It's all right.
Man, y'all got me crying, man.
If it's funny, I will laugh. If it's funny, I will.
I ain't see. I just knew. I was like, it ain't going that way today.
Hey, I remember going outside. No, let me stop. I almost said something else.
Go ahead, Chico. Go ahead.
See, look.
Go ahead.
Go right. You first chair. Go right ahead.
Yeah, you
got the discussion.
Go ahead, Chico.
All right,
I'm done because I know for a fact, Chico, he wanted to say that, and that's okay. I'm all right with that.
He been
what y'all missed was it was more and more people in the chat said, "Man, happened." It was more Me Too's. So Chico, maybe living in your truth is something that's like really gonna be helpful to other people. Like I ain't even being funny. Like, straight up, like.
I have no problem with letting everybody know some of these great stories from my past, and hopefully it can help some of you guys get through some of the things you've been through. Because there's somebody out there that heard my story about the barber, and they were afraid to put it in the chat that it happened to them too. So if you're at the house, if you've ever had an issue with mesothelioma, please call this number right here.
Dude sounded like mesothelioma. If your barber's balls has ever been on your
barber's balls,
you might be entitled to compensation. Call 1-800-BALLS-CHICO.
Balls to the wall, Chico. Oh man, Lord Jesus. Stay with me now. Chico is on that truth serve. That's all it is. We're just trying to have this is a safe space.
Debbie
for everybody out there.
The waves in there.
Chico need to find a female barber.
Hey, boy, now that okay, Chico.
And then I'll be sitting like this, not like this.
You probably knowing you probably sit like this.
Whoa, out of line. No, yeah, man.
Another foul. A personal foul on the play. Once again, he's going to be ejected. He's going to be ejected from the ball game.
Lord,
personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 76. Man. He's going to be ejected.
You got targeted. It's not personal foul. Targeted, ejected.
Hey man, I pray. Don't nobody screenshot that. Oh my God. I'm gonna try to get you.
Chico gonna do it. Chico gonna do it.
I will now. Let me tell
you something, Dukes. Let me tell you about your boy Chico. So you ain't up on him yet. Let me put you on
Chico, come on.
Chico will take all these hits on this live show.
Yeah.
But he the one who go make the clips for Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and all that. He gonna take your worst damn moments. And that's what he gonna use to promote the show. He do it all the damn time.
Man.
Hey, it's the funny moment, right?
He win. Like
Chico gonna clip this for get back. Oh man.
Hey man.
Neely, you're gonna be out for the next 3 games for that first targeting call.
I got the appeal process now. 3 games.
You hitting outside the out of bounds lines. You're just going all the way in.
I see how you went past it. I want to see how you do.
Which one went past? I'm just clicking on
somebody saying they need this laugh. Thank you, Neely. You try to zoom past that.
They laugh because you did this.
Now I'm gonna clip that. If you clip mine, I'm gonna clip that.
That's right.
What freaking cow?
Yeah, okay, Reeve. Guilty.
Freaky ass F-A-N. No fan.
Hey, Chico.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Uncle Neely, he's gonna reel everything in right now.
That came from Double Blessed Twin Mom. She the one did that to you.
I know that's your tag team partner. She be with you on that. It's all good.
I didn't ask for that.
Talk about she cringe every time Chico tell a story. Chico tried to bring Oh, the You Tell Me segment early with the barbershop. Yeah, I tried to bring it in. I tried to say, you tell me, have you ever sat in the barber chair and the barber came too close to you? Come on now, dog.
We said no.
And I believe y'all are. I believe you guys are scared to live your truths. Y'all might need to go to therapy real quick, or you just need to be here with me a lot more. Then you can open up and just accept the things that has happened in your life.
Put Reverend BJ Nelson on the screen.
I'm through all of it.
He said from Israel.
he had to break out the one that he had on the mantle for years. Yeah. He had to break out the one from Israel today.
You got to shake that bottle.
Lord, you got to mail me some out here, Rev. Neely, what's for dinner on campus? Neely not on campus right now.
No, not on campus. But, we get back there for spring ball, man. We're going to be doing the Chef Solomon segments each and every day and talking about what they're eating for training camp, once football. Again, this is strength and conditioning phase right here. So those guys belong to Coach Swayze. I almost going to say their butts belong, pause. But they belong to strength and conditioning right now. And then it's that first week of March when they get turned back over to the football staff.
All right. Well, we know y'all came for the sports, but you stayed for our
Chico
stories.
Runs ball phase.
Deep ball phase. Damn, man.
Back pylon Chico.
That was the name of the haircut I used to get. Let me get that deep ball phase.
Chico. Wow. Wow.
He had the back pylon like this. Look,
man. Sometimes, Chico, you got to just make it a layup and run back down the court. You made the layup and did a dance after.
Spotlight. Just all on you. You want this attention, you got it.
Man. Some more nuts on your shoulders. Damn, Marty. All the way in Canada joking on me. That's messed up. Ladies and gentlemen, we came here to talk about the news from Colorado, which we did, of course, but we had to go off rails. But just to recap real quick, like Marshall Faulk, it's official. He's joined the staff with Coach Prime, a third Hall of Famer with the Buffs. Coach Rob Livingston, the defensive coordinator, just got an extension for 2 years, so he will be there with the Buffs for the foreseeable future. We also added the offensive line coach. The official head offensive line coach that we talked about last week was Gunnar White, with his assistant being Big George Hageman. Now we've added former Buff and former Cowboy Andrew Gurode to the offensive line room. Anything else we might need to cover on?
Well, we'll be back Sunday Night Live, Uncle Chico, after the Super Bowl. And then we got Monday morning, the morning run after the Super Bowl. But before we get out of here, we need 3 predictions, and we need the chat to come in because this is the final live show. Maybe, hell, we'll go live tomorrow just for the shit of it. But this is the last scheduled live show. So let's do some Super Bowl predictions and want the chat to join in on as well. Put your predictions in, winner and the score. What you got, Chico?
You want me to go first? Big man. Well, let's go first then. All right, my prediction. Woo. I said last night that I think Saquon Barkley can run through Kansas City, and he could probably be the difference maker in the ball game. But here's what I see really happening. Saquon can do that, but if the Eagles can't steal some possessions from Kansas City, then that means that Kansas City could end up with the ball last. And if they end up with the ball last, that means that Patrick Mahomes will lead them to a victory. So I want to see history happen. I want to see what we talked about, who has the most pressure. I think, once again, it is, and I know I'm long-winded, I think it is Kansas City, Andy Reid, and the quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, to reach the same amount of Super Bowls as Joe Montana and Terry Bradshaw. Andy Reid to reach the legendary Chuck Noll in Super Bowl victories with 4. And they do something that has never been done before, and that's a 3-peat in the NFL Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl. So I think that the Chiefs will make history on Super Bowl Sunday, and they will win 34-28 over the Eagles.
I like that. Deuce, what you got, brother?
Man, I just think you can't bet against Pat Mahomes, and I feel like they've been talking about the refs all week. They already apologizing for what they finna do. So give me Chiefs over the Eagles 30-27.
So you're all on the Chiefs. So am I. I'm going to go with the favorite team. To beat a man, you got to beat the man. What Andy Reid has done and since leaving Philadelphia, what Pat Mahomes and Kelsey have done, what that whole defensive line has done for Kansas City. I will even say this, though, fellas. I know it will not happen because I'm predicting the Chiefs to win and thereby Mahomes will be the MVP. But I could actually see a situation where the Chiefs win this ball game, but eyeball test and even award that the Saquon Barkley is the MVP, even with a loss, because that brother is that dynamic in what he can do. So I see him doing his thing. I just don't see it being enough. So I see the Chiefs getting that ball last and coming back and doing what they do. So give me 38 Chiefs, 31 Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow. That's a Chiefs sweep right there. I wanted to go Eagles, man, but it's hard. It's hard to go against them. So, hey, man, we appreciate everybody joining in on this morning run, on this Friday edition, Aloha Friday edition for myself and everybody out here. We're going to enjoy the rest of our day. Y'all throw that shock up. I know it's you can shake it if you want to, you know what I mean? I know that's the alpha sign, you know.
You told your barber you can shake it if you want to.
I know that's the alpha sign in the black community and in HBCU world, you know, and you got your black and gold on over there, Unc. You looking very dapper there, Unc.
I'm saying aloha. And I'm saying get that nut off my shoulder. You got to get that nuts off your shoulder.
Thank y'all for coming out. Dukes, you want to leave it with something? Dukes, you want to leave it with something? No. So.
No, we need to go. It's over.
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. And have a great day. We up out of this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Y'all know what it is. The morning run. This show is nuts.